Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the former First Lady Margaret Kenyatta taught us that indeed the First Lady's office can be of great importance to the people, especially the women and children. Remember about Linda Mama and all that? Indeed, child health was taken care of. She used to go for marathon just to make sure that she is attracting fans so that the mothers and their own babies' health is taken care of. But the current First Lady we are having, Rachel Ruto, is teaching us that this office can also lack meaning. Remember, it is not in our constitution, but if you have the right person in this office, it can help. The office of the First Lady is attracting fundings from the exchequer. But when Rachel Ruto at one point, when she was at United Nations addressing the people there, she came out clear, surprising many, that for her, there is something she stands for, something that she's pushing for in the name of faith diplomacy. She is pushing for the unity of family. That is the agenda she took, and she is moving forward to make sure that that agenda is being achieved. Faith diplomacy. Then we wondered, really, what's all about this faith diplomacy? Do we have a problem among families? Is that the main agenda that she can push? So, someone has a message for Rachel Ruto at a time when we are seeing our own youth being killed by police officers who are heavily armed. Many have been injured. They are nursing severe injuries. But this First Lady is saying nothing. She's doing nothing. She behaves like nothing has happened to our own children. And here is the message for one, Rachel Ruto.
Rachel Ruto, your behavior and character is giving Jezebel. How is it that you want to continue with business as usual when people are conducting funerals, burials, and vigils for the youth that died on the streets? You want to continue with business as usual, going for fundraisers, using taxpayers' money. Let's talk about your Jezebeli quiz of inviting foreign prophets to State House and funding foreign prophets who are disgraced even in the countries that they come from, using taxpayers' money, exactly the way Jezebel used to fund the prophets of Baal and Asherah. It is the same exact script. Let's talk about women like you who are described in the book of Amos 4, women of Samaria who would abuse, neglect the poor and ask for more wine at the expense of the poor. Isn't that what you're doing when you're asking for funding for your office? By the way, when you took a private jet to go and invite Benny Hinn to come and pray for problems that you have contributed towards, did you consider that the cost of doing that could alleviate the problems in the village that you come from? In your own backyard, people die of snake bites because antivenom is not readily available. Dispensaries are not readily available. There is teacher shortage in that area. Food and water is a problem. Poor infrastructures in schools is a problem. But you have the funds to give these foreign prophets. You have the funds for a private jet. And by the way, your office is unconstitutional. But you didn't know because you're not even familiar with the font with which our constitution is written in. And all this thing about it, your office is doing faith diplomacy. For us, faith diplomacy is euphemism for hogwash and high-class nonsense. It means nothing. Faith diplomacy does not affect the common mwananchi. They have bigger problems to think about, like Linda Mama. By the way, Kenya stayed for 24 years without a first lady. And in those 24 years, Maziwa ya Nyayo was available in schools for kids. That should tell you. that Moi was more motherly than you?
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Ruto told us that he's going to cut down on the funding of the office of the First Lady, office of the Second Lady, that is Dorcas Gachagwa's office and Rachel Ruto's office. They will not give funds. But what we know, the only office that will be denied funds ni ile ya the spouse to the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. Lakini ya Rachel Ruto, they are going to fund it. Whether he say no or what, they will give money to this office for obvious reasons. Now, at this time, like this lady is putting it, we are mourning. We've lost. But tell me, in any instance, we saw Rachel Ruto just going to hospital to see this youth. Anywhere she stood in any platform to comfort, to mourn with those people who have lost their children. We are seeing mothers coming out to cry. I saw a grandmother crying just because he had sent her grandson to go to a shop. Then later, she met a bullet, live bullet. Rachel Ruto is nowhere to comfort such women. She is silent. And Kenyans are reading into the loud silence from the First Lady. She's nowhere. We don't have a mother figure in this government. That is the message. Now, on the issue of funding, at one point, we've been seeing bishops going to State House, in First Lady's office. Then, when they come out, we see these bishops and pastors carrying brown envelope. I saw some photos being shared. In fact, it was trending on this week. Ikianza tu, there were bishops carrying brown envelope, accompanied by First Lady Rachel Ruto, leaving. So you can imagine, where is Rachel Ruto getting this money? The office is being funded. Then you see bishops living with money. Living with the money to where? To do what? It is not her money. The truth is that this is taxpayers' money. How do you use this money? That's the question. The other time we saw youth coming out clear. They warned her that if you attempt to go for the fundraise, she was supposed to go somewhere. We shared the video. The bishops were forced to cancel that event because youth sent very serious message that we are coming. We are coming as First Lady is coming for that fundraise. Where is she getting money to do this fundraising? This is taxpayers' money. This is money allocated to her office. You can imagine how taxpayers' money is being abused in the name of Harambe. If the Audit General can go to that office and do an audit report, you will be surprised. But they can never do that. You will see how taxpayers' money is being taken to the church. But no clear plan on how this money is going to be spent. Yule mtu mwenye amechukua pesa akapea bishop fulani just because they need platform in that church to go and preach politics. Na yule mwenye amekuja akajenga hospitali ama akaweka dawa kwa hospitali, who has helped the society or the community? Margaret Kenyatta used to do that. Women used to go to hospital, they are treated freely. Wale wajawazito wanatibiwa tu bure, wamama wakizaa watoto wanapata matibabu ya bure. So afya ya jamii. She was also a good advisor to the president. I think that is where the Edu Afya was born, because Uhuru saw what she was doing and decided that it is good we also give free treatment to the young people who are in school. So that when you get sick, you can't stay in hospital because you're not cleared your bill or miss to go to hospital. But when Ruto came to power, you see the person advising the president, First Lady. She has a role to play. We saw Edu Afya being withdrawn. Now you get sick. Wewe kama mwanafunzi, kama mzazi hajiwezi, shauri yako. Shida ni mingi. So, it is for those who can afford, middle class and the rich, but the poor have nowhere to run to. Uhuru, being a prince, had the interest of actually looking for a way to accommodate the poor. But you can look at Rachel Ruto. Mambo yake ni harambe, kelele mingi, na kusema anaomba faith diplomacy. I don't understand this. What is faith diplomacy? How is faith diplomacy, impacting our lives? How? Nothing tangible 2 years since Rachel Ruto came to office, and that is what is angering this lady and many other silent Kenyans as far as the office of First Lady is concerned. Ndio maana anasema hivyo. Sasa Benhina akikuja hii Kenya, there is enough money to fund that program. That is going to pull a huge crowd, for prayer, and Ruto and Rachel Ruto and the entire family will be granted a chance to be in that midst. Na hivyo wanasema ni serikali yenye ilijengwa kwa msingi wa maombi. Hii serikali imejengwa kwa msingi wa maombi, wanaua watu. Hakuna madawa kwa hospitali. Vijana wanahangaika. Shida mingi tu. So this is hypocrite. But using the church has been abused. But Gen Zs came out. I think God is using this youth to liberate the church, so that we can have politics set aside, and then we have church leaders taking over the leadership of the church. We have entertained politicians for too long. But indeed, I agree with this lady that taxpayers' money has been abused in First Lady's office. She don't deserve to have any funding for that office. She don't deserve, because we can't see anything. And she goes further to remind us that despite the fact that Kenya did not have First Lady for 24 hours during Moi time, Moi was a motherly president. He understood kulikuwa na maziwa ya Nyayo. Moi alipenda masomo, na kwa njia hiyo alisaidia to encourage young people to go to school. But in which way is either Ruto or Rachel Ruto doing? No, nothing completely. So definitely we have a disaster government. If you expect that Rachel Ruto can advise the president, then she will advise him wrongly. At least Margaret Kenyatta is a person who can offer best advice to the president. No wonder Uhuru did not fail. At least Uhuru managed to hold the country together. But look at what is happening today. So hii mambo ya maombi na nini ni sarakasi tupu, na ni pesa za mwananchi zinatumika kwa njia mbaya. When you overtax us, then we cannot see tangible projects, anything to associate with in terms of development. Then we have all questions to ask you. This government has overtaxed Kenya more than any other government we've had. But nothing tangible, from office of First Lady to William Ruto's office, you go to Gachagwa's office, Musalia Mudavadi, and you can name them. Nothing tangible. Na hiyo ndio serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.